Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today to celebrate that, I believe today the 16th is Blackpink's Jennie birthday. So yes, to celebrate her, I decided to do this on her birthday, on her day. Yesterday was mine, so yeah, we are celebrating. We are celebrating in celebrating season. So yes, I'm going to do this for her. I pulled a few cards. This is a general reading for her for 2025. So yeah, let's begin. We start for Jennie. We have the card of the Lovers, Temperance, the Hangman, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Swords. And then from another deck, I pulled a card as an advice for her for 2025, and we have the card of the Emperor, that the keyword in here says lead. So, yeah, very interesting energies for Jennie. I think that I mean, I think that she definitely starts the year, or probably the first half of the year is going to be about her trying to find a bit of peace. I would say there's a lot of major arcanas in the first part, so there's something about her, taking it slowly. Um, I think that there's something about Jenny's energy that I think that she still hasn't found like this um, security. I would say there's something about her energy with the Lovers, the Temperance, the Hangman, her life, or her the events in her life, and even her own energy feels very like, one step forward, another step back. Like it seems like she's advancing, but then she stops, but then, something happens, then she is caught in the middle of something, then she's feeling a bit indecisive about certain decisions that she has to make. But then, on the other side, maybe, something in her personal life, actually, maybe her family, maybe her friends just make her feel like she's okay again. So there's a lot of balance that she does. I think that definitely for 2025, it's um, there's a lot of there could be turbulence, there could be a lot of changes in her life, a lot of things that are not that clear, but I don't see her rushing, I don't see um, that she's like, okay, this year I have to make this abrupt change, or this year I have to react like this, or this year. I think that she's also trying to find peace. There's something about Jennie that I think that this is something that I read. I was able to sort of channel also last year, 2024, is this ambiguity. I remember I said something about this, about her not making a decision. I remember someone asked me, and I pulled cards for her. Maybe I believe it was for romance, for her emotional life, for that aspect. And there was something about her, being like, maybe. Like I even can hear her say that word, like there's something about Jennie probably being a bit much more passive. In 2024, she was a bit much more passive about, you know, taking things, you know, slow. Like, oh yeah, people are criticizing, well, whatever. Oh, people are loving this, oh yeah, thank you. Or people are not sure about you, or they distrust you, oh well, whatever. I don't see her feeling tormented anymore. And there's something about her inner knowing or inner knowledge that it's all about going with the flow. I don't know if maybe she went through so much in the past, I don't know, 3 years, that emotionally she has acquired a new philosophy in life that is like almost like let it be. Whatever it will be. And I think that she has been putting her life, or maybe, the very radical and important decisions, she has sort of pushed them to the side. She's not making huge advances or, final decisions about something. She's sort of going with the flow and not saying yes. She's not absolutist. Um, she's she's sort of letting go of the need to be right. I think that maybe, before, like maybe a younger Jenny, she wanted to be much more assertive, or she wanted to be right. She wanted to be, um, r- like, not recognized. It's more like, tell me I'm right. Tell me that I made the right decision. Tell me that. Um, but I think that now her mentality feels so light. Like, yeah, whatever, something like this. Like you ask her, do you like this thing, and she's like, yeah, but tomorrow can change. Um, she's not getting attached to someone or something or a situation. She's sort of living life on pilot mode. I would say she's like going with the flow. It's like, yeah, whatever, yeah, yeah, yeah. She's not making, very definitive decisions. And in 2025, it feels like it's going to start slow like that. It's going to start, maybe there's something about what she's going to do that it seems like it's going to be something good and positive, but also could have a bit of delays, or could be a bit people not understanding maybe if she sends a message. People, of course, because it's Jenny, so people would criticize always, whether she does something or she doesn't. So, so she's like, yeah, let them think what they want to think. At the end, you know, just this is what it is. I think that she has sort of made peace with understanding that this is how people see her. So she's like, I'm not going to go crazy looking for validation. She's slowing down so much, so much. And maybe her career also could be a bit like, I see more like individual, probably collaboration. Could it be another collaboration? Um, I think that she's like, when it comes to projects, I sort of see her like, I just want to do what makes me happy and what actually entertains me, and I find it fun. It's not so much about money and prestige. I sort of here, I don't see her to be like, oh, I want, I'm so ambitious. I want to achieve number one of this. No, she's much more like, I want to collaborate with people that make me feel good, that I can have a good time, that I can laugh, that I can be myself. And she's so emotional also. She gets me. I know she has Venus in Pisces, so she has this very Venusian, very accepting kind of siren energy the first half of the year. I see it, sort of like, okay, if I have to stop, I will stop, and if I have to advance, I will advance, but I would just do it being me and just being graceful. There's something about her being graceful, not fighting people, not getting nervous because of if people like it, if people don't like it. She's very, very spiritual in this sense. Um, then I see the Knight of Cups and this King of Pentacles and this Page of Swords. So I think that, could it be that this 2025, maybe near the second half of the year, could it be near the end? Could it be that there's like, I see the arrival of someone, this King of Pentacles that I see here. And I like the last card, I see the page. I see the Page of Swords. So, remember that I mentioned that for me, when it comes to her career, or maybe, beginning this 2025, she's all about like love and peace and just being, let it be, and accepting, a bit of a hippie mentality, I would say. But then, when this gentleman enters, I think that this person goes back to her. She goes back to this very sharp, and she goes back to reactive mode again to this person, because she finishes with this page of swords. That I think that whenever I see Jenny in this page of swords energy, usually is when I read for her in the romance department. She has this attitude. Also, Jisoo also gets the page of swords, or she gets the knight of swords. So this it seems like these are um, two girls that when it comes to, if there's like a bond and emotional connection with someone, they are very reactive. They are very much about telling the person the truth to their faces, and sort of like being very outspoken, about like maybe their needs, or maybe what they think of a situation. I sort of see her, maybe I see from the perspective of this man, this King of Pentacles. I think that this person comes with love and comes to repair something. It comes with an invitation, but I think that from her reaction to him, they didn't end well the last time that they saw each other. So there's a bit of reaction from her, being like, no, like you again, like. But I think that somehow she was waiting for this person to come back or to arrive. Um, but she probably is not. There's something about her getting nervous in the presence of this person. This is how I noticed that maybe she has feelings, because otherwise she wouldn't be that affected. It seems like she also, the page of swords, it gives me high school, like teenage vibes. It seems like she goes back to acting almost like a teenager when she's in presence of this person. This man obviously is very, probably is very successful, or is rich, or is someone that is showing up in her life, is sort of with an invitation, with with his open arms and heart, I would say, with an emotional invitation. But also, he comes with a lot of gold, a lot of prosperity, and probably he has security in his life, or he had earned more security, so he's sort of maybe coming with an offer for her, with a love offer. But I see her more on the defensive, so I wonder, what. I think that this person makes her nervous, and sort of makes her feel very erratic, and like there's a lot of misunderstanding. Maybe she can also be, very hurtful with words, somehow saying a few hurtful things to him. She, like, I think that the cool, the cool that she didn't lose at the beginning of the year, she's going to lose it when this person appears. So yeah. But I think that she sort of knows this person, because remember that when I read for her in 2024, I said something about her, sort of like being on a pause, or not being able to get over someone. So, there's something about her just letting options open, and not committing to someone in particular. Just, if you want to associate me with this person and the other person, and because you have seen me hanging out with this person, and you think that I'm with the other person, she's like, think whatever, like, I'm open. Actually, I find it amusing that you guys think that I'm dating this person, and then the other, and that this person that is my friend, you think that I'm dating them. She's like, you guys think whatever, but when it comes to this person, if there's some rumors about them being seen together, I think that this person has some kind of power over her. um and she gets nervous, obviously, because him as the King of Pentacles, maybe he's very famous, or he has, he seems very powerful. So, and she feels like a child when she is next to him. There's something about her going back to this very childlike behavior. I can sort of see her like, you know, being a bit childish with him, sort of calling him out on things, and you bring him past issues from things from the past, oh, because you didn't answer this, or I texted you and you didn't call me back. There's something about her just needing, having so much to say to him, and actually being very impulsive and a bit aggressive. Like, the words that come out of her mouth are not very friendly, or are not very loving initially. So maybe they have a pendant issue, or they have pendant conversations that they need to have face to face. So yeah, this is I think that this person has an influence on her. I think that somehow if she's so on the defensive, or she's so reactive, is because she cares. Definitely. She's not indifferent to him. So yeah, in 2025 I can sort of see her being a bit, you know, like definitely his presence, or that he's going to her, she feels nervous. She's like, this is someone that I cannot pretend like, oh yeah, like you're just one of the others. Like, no, she has a connection. So she will have to deal with this. She will have to deal and sort of face her own emotions, like what is going on with these people, with this person. And probably this King of Pentacles also has pendant issues with her. So there's a reason why he's coming back here. There was a long pause and he's coming back. And then the card that sort of like ends the reading. We have the four. We have the Emperor. I was going to say the four, but yeah, it's the major arcana number four, and it says lead. So I think that definitely, even though the first major arcanas that she got, are all about keeping the peace and not taking any side, being more neutral, do not take a side, do not get that fixated on a certain position or point of view. At the same time, the Emperor is sort of letting her know that maybe this is a year where she, maybe not at the beginning, but probably at the end, she could go back to have a bit much more of autonomy and leadership over her life. I think that there's something about tough Jennie has to come back. Like, it's all cool, and of course we do appreciate her energy about her being, much more empathic and understanding, not getting, you know, that attached to what people say, because people are awful to her. So I can sort of see her being in the zen mode, all these years that she's like, I don't want to get, nervous. I don't want to get this. But, also the Emperor is here. The Emperor means stability and also presence. So there's something about the Emperor card as the last card that is sort of advising her to, go back to your throne. You are a natural leader. So, be a leader in your life. Don't give away your power or your control. Whatever her life is going or situations are happening, like, don't give your power away. Stay seated in the throne, and like, go back to be an authority in your life. Because I think that thank God the cards are positive. She is, achieving a sort of a kind of peace in her life, but also there's a lot of like indecision. There's a lot of like, yeah, it's not like this nor like this. There's a lot of ambiguity. So also that, maybe when it comes to business decisions, or when it comes to, maybe her own image or body language, or maybe on stage, or maybe, on certain performances, or she needs to, you know, sort of get in the Emperor energy and become a bit much more like a boss, because she is like a sort of boss in her life. So there's something about the Emperor being like, take the wheel, take the wheel of your life, because it's time. It's time. Maybe if she if she has to go back to work with the group, maybe also probably the concept is also going to be maybe fierce. So there's like, yeah, okay, when you do solo work, you can do this, I don't know, this more like peaceful and happy vibe. But we need boss Jennie to come back. We need not a bad girl, because it's not about being a bad girl, but I think that she needs to go back to being a girl boss, to be much more assertive and fierce. The emperor is like, come on, take the responsibility, take the wheel of your life, and don't let people move you off your seat, of your position of power, because she's super powerful. She's so powerful. It's just that sometimes having a power, you have responsibilities as well. So maybe, for her being criticized so much, she has been um, left with, a very draining energy. She feeling tired of having to pretend that she's tough when actually she feels very sensitive. But also, the emperor is like, come on, like everything that is going to happen in 2025 is all about, to teach her or to remind her that she is a leader, or that she needs to step up. She needs to be much more fierce, much more intimidating even. She needs to go back to that Jennie, because this is what she is actually. She has this energy. And she needs to go back to this in her professional life and also in her personal life, because she needs much more assertion. It's all about, like, okay, when you say no, it's no, and when you say yes, it's yes. But let's finish a bit the indecisive, let it be a speech. I think that there's something in her life that needs much more structure, and needs her to be much more firm and a bit much more stubborn if she wants to get successful results. Okay, so yeah, the emperor is sort of calling her for that. And also the emperor, I think that probably the emperor represents Aries energy. So maybe, the emperor is sort of calling her and reminding her that maybe she needs to hang out more with people that are Aries or have strong Aries placements, that sort of can inspire her to be this strong personality, bossy personality, because she needs to maybe surround herself with more assertive people, um, that can inspire her to also connect that there's a part of her that she also is like this, because yeah, maybe she needs to being a bit much more like responsible, and also be much more like even a bit authoritarian with certain matters. You know she needs to be serious about certain things. It's not all giggling and smiling. No, sometimes, you need to put a respite face, and being fierce in certain situations. Just be firm, and be a leader. So yeah, guys, this is all I have for her. So yeah, happy birthday to Jennie. And yeah, this is all, guys, for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.